What's the biggest challenges with this Tennessee team?
I think balance in all three phases. Offensively, very physical football team, outstanding running the football. They build terrific complements in their play action pass off of it. Real physical up front in the offensive line, and then you overload the box. They got the weapons on the perimeter to take shots deep and make you pay. Defensively, very, very physical up front, very athletic on the edge. Linebacker level, those guys inside are real physical, fit their gaps right, and then in the back half they're man free, lock you down secondary. Kick return, punt returner, two of the top. Both those young men are tops in the country, and both those units are tops in the country. And their coverage units are great. And so just a complete team. Really impressed watching them, throughout the duration of the season. As you go through your film prep, you saw a team that played a very competitive schedule and then, just got better and better each week. Coach Jones and his staff have done a great job. So you look at it from that standpoint, and then you got to look at yourself, right? And, whatever, be about a month or so, or a little over a month since our last game. So when you get into these types of situations, it's kind of like an opening game. You have to expect the unexpected. You have to expect to adjust. And it comes down really to how you execute what you're asking your guys to do. So, it's very similar. I've been in a bunch of these now. And, I think our prep plan has been tweaked every year. But to this point, our guys have been very focused. Energy level and work ethic has been terrific on the field. I'm very thankful to Mother Nature for the heat. We couldn't have asked for two better days of our heavy work days of the game week. So, so far so good.
Coach Jones has talked about having a long-standing friendship with you, that you guys have picked each other's brains over.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, first of all, he's a Midwest guy, and so am I. So, being from Saugatuck and being right around the corner from us. And then obviously his time at Central and Cincy, a lot of mutual relationships on our staff. And, I've been a big fan of his from afar. And, so when we talked about kind of clinicking with some staffs in the off season, Tennessee was one of those that we wanted to get with. Really started kind of at Cincinnati and then continued on to Tennessee. So thankful for his friendship, got a ton of respect for the job he does. He does it the right way, starting obviously with the way that he runs his program, recruiting. You watch the way their young men play. They're doing a great job. So thankful for that friendship. And, we know the challenge. I think the only person that's picked us to win is my 6-year-old son. So, it's going to be a challenge. But just thankful for his friendship.
Do you remember when you guys first met, kind of what you like about him and what does he like about what you do?
Well, I can't speak for him. But from my perspective, I think it's like I already said, it just knowing that he does things the right way, and just respect for the way his teams have always played. And he's just done a phenomenal job. So, it started there for me. And then, just talking to our staff, when you start talking about who do you want to clinic with, it's changed a little bit. You got to be very careful with who you sit down and share things with. And, when you do that, you expect it to be trusted and stayed, and then you hope you don't play each other. Now we do. So the good news is we both know about each other. So it's a push that way.
This month of practices can be pretty valuable to see improvement. With Clayton, did it allow him to kind of take a step back, look at what worked this year, what didn't?
I also think it gave him a chance to take a step back and go, wow, that was pretty cool. I mean, how many 10-win freshmen are there out there? Everybody's talking about UCLA. They didn't win 10 games with a freshman quarterback, So, and he's a great player. So it's shocking to me. I mean, I don't know. I got a T-shirt that says "Stats are for losers," and I just think so many people put all this stock in all kinds of meaningless stats. The only stat that matters is if you win. And he's a 10-win freshman quarterback. It's pretty impressive. And I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of Matt. I'm really proud of Zach. Those guys have pushed him. They've been great teammates, but they've pushed the heck out of him, and I think they've helped him improve.
Has he exceeded your expectations this year, Clay?
Yeah, I really felt going into the season that he would take care of the ball. I thought that he would be able to move the ball, and I thought that he would do a great job from a leadership standpoint. And so I guess I set the bar a little low, and then to see the way he went out, I don't know if he was breathing normally in the Stanford game, Probably hyperventilating was a better way to describe it. And then he got that long run for a touchdown. And I think that was a wake-up call. Wow, I'm doing this. Not only am I playing, I'm really doing this and having success. And then as the season went along, I think he had some trials and tribulations. I think he learned from those experiences. We played some pretty darn good defenses. And, I think he learned a lot of valuable lessons through that experience. And I've seen him get better each week. And, the future is obviously very bright for him. And, I know Matt's going to continue to push him as his career unfolds. So it should be fun to watch that development.
Was it a case, too, as the season went along, you put a little bit more on his plate? As you said, that he can handle this, okay, now we can maybe add this?
Yeah, not only that, I really think the team gained confidence in his play. And then to watch the way that Zach and Matt continued to push him. I mean, there were some games that weren't going great, and, we went to the pen, so to speak, and put Zach in there a little bit. And had some thoughts and some plans to put Matt in maybe if we had to, but then, Clayton settled down and went out and did his thing. So got a pretty good situation there from a quarterback standpoint, and, just it's going to be a great test. We know what we've seen on tape, but you also have to prepare for what you don't think they've shown yet, and not chase too many ghosts and put too many things in their head. So always fun to be in the bowl season, always fun for that challenge.
You guys employ a pretty good, terrific rushing attack. Tennessee's going up against some really good running backs in the SEC.
Yeah.
How do you kind of adjust to their defense or prepare for that?
Well, some similar structures of defenses that we've seen throughout the year. Great athletes, very physical, like I said. What stands out to me, though, probably the most about their defense is they're all on the same page. I don't see them beat themselves a whole lot, and so they do a great job with that defensively. So what does that mean offensively? You got to take care of the ball. You got to execute, and then situational football. And every game is critical, but especially in bowl games. And then get ready to adjust. They've watched probably, as many games as they could on us, and they'll have a plan on how they want to attack us, and then we'll have to adjust accordingly. So thankful for our veteran staff. We've been together for a while, and hopefully the rain will stay away, so we'll keep our pads dry so we can make our adjustments on the boundary.